Hey.
Evening, everybody. Welcome to the Badger Call. It's been about 4 months since we've done this, and I've completely forgot what we have to do. So my guest tonight, we should have done this before the season, but we had technical difficulties. Welcome to Mike Lindsey. A big season for you this year. It's 464 runs.
Yeah, it went all right, bud. Yeah. It went well. It was a good first year for settling into a new club. Pretty happy, really, on a personal note. But then team sort of performance we did okay. Should have done better in some games, but it's not played cricket for a while, have we? We didn't have a pre-season, so
it was a good year to learn, wasn't it? I mean,
yeah.
After you were dropping down the division,
Quorndon got relegated the year before from 1, so I had a year. Well, I only played 13 games last year. Quorndon, with work and stuff, so managed to play half a season in 2, and then so had half a season in 2 previous.
Yeah.
But mate. Yeah, we did okay. I think plenty to build on for next year, and it's great. It was just I just loved it, mate. Really loved it.
There's been a good vibe around the club this year. It's been
quality vibe.
It's been really decent, to be fair. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll start from right back at the start of your cricketing career. I mean, you've always loved cricket, haven't you? And I've had a look on Play Cricket, and there's Derbyshire under 11s on there, so you start way back. What got you into cricket?
I suppose brother and my dad. Dad loves cricket, so obviously comes from him, like most things. And brother was really keen cricketer because of that reason as well. And he was an older brother, so he's like 4 or 5 years older than me. So he obviously started playing it first, and then I'd be in the back garden playing back garden cricket all the time with him. One of the many quality things about having a brother, especially an older brother, is that back garden football, back garden cricket. So that's what got me into it. And then started from a really young age, since I can remember. And I went from there, really, mate. And like I said, I was at Quorndon for all my life. So started playing quicks at Quorndon until last year. So broski and dad, mate, got me into it.
When did you start playing senior cricket? Did you go in at under 13?
Yeah, I think it was under 13s. Started playing senior cricket, in Quorndon's fourths. I think I was 12 or 13, and then I think my first 12 or 13. Then obviously through the teams, got to ones. I think my first team debut was when I was 15, I think, in the Prem, which was pretty daunting, but fairly young, mate. Fairly young.
It's obviously you spent how many years? How old are you now?
Come on, mate. Can you take Taz? Let me just take him out of the room, mate. Because I'm. Come here. There you go, mate. Not bothering me now.
That's the first on the Badger Call. So, I mean, how old are you now?
How old am I?
Yeah.
26.
So a good 18 years.
A couple of years left in me, Morgs. Couple of years left.
There's a good 18 years you had at Quorndon then. Around that
pretty
time.
Much. Yeah, pretty much, mate. It was, a long time at Quorndon. So strange for me to move, for sure. Strange for me to move on as the door opens behind me and Tazzy jumps on me. Strange to move on, but it's like in a good way. It's brilliant, mate. I've absolutely loved this year at Belper. And like you said, a really good vibe around the place this year. And what's great is from all the teams down, it's like there's just a great bunch of lads throughout the club. and everyone's hungry as well.
Yeah.
Everyone's hungry, and it's a really good sign for the club, and got some great youngsters coming through from what I've witnessed this year.
Yeah.
So I think the club's in a really strong position and a healthy position going forward.
I think this is what a lot of people have noticed about you, is that you do take an interest in everyone else in the club. Like, sometimes, I know it doesn't really happen at Meadows, but a lot of clubs, you get a first teamer come in, and they're just bothered about first team. They're not bothered about what goes on with the rest of the club. But you seem to make like a conscious decision to see how people are doing. And
definitely.
Is that just the badger in you?
No, mate. Literally, everyone's got a part to play within a club. Third teamers coming through now are crucial. Have a good season next year. Push for twos. Second teamers, really strong bunch of second teamers I've seen this year, who all should be really trying to, if we can, obviously work hard in the winter. God knows if we'll be able to, and push for a first team position next year to make us stronger.
Yeah.
Just has an effect throughout the club. So everyone's important, and everyone's development's key for success in the future.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's really important, mate. So I'm a bit of a badger, mate, as well. To be fair.
You've played out in Australia as well, haven't you?
Yeah, 2017-18. So when the Ashes was on, so we timed it quite well.
Yeah.
So timed it well when the Ashes were down.
How was that?
It was good. It was. I didn't have a great season, mate. But it was great experience, cricketing wise. Got some good sledging, which is what you expect. But like everyone, mate, they play the game in the right way. They play it hard on the pitch, and then all the teams will have a beer with you after the game, and buy you a pint and talk to you about back home, and about just casual stuff.
Yeah.
Aussies are great, mate. Aussies are absolutely awesome.
Where did you play at?
Played in Launceston in Tasmania.
Yeah.
Before I went to Australia, I thought my expectations of Australians were from looking at an Ashes point of view on the cricket pitch. They're cocky, they're arrogant on the pitch, which is great because that's why they've done so well for so many years. And I thought that might be the same situation in terms of Aussies in general, but they're such great people, absolutely awesome people.
I know quite a few people who've been out now and played over there, and it's no one's regretted going out there, even if they've had a shocker of the season. They just love the whole experience.
It's a great experience, isn't it? I think I did all right in the 1 days, and then the 2 days stuff I did absolutely shocking.
How was it playing 2 days?
Weird. It was weird because it was over. Obviously, it's just like it was over 2 Saturdays.
Yeah.
So you could not bat for like 4 weeks. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
We were working at a farm as well whilst we were over there, pretty much full time, which is it's hard work. It's good work, but hard work. And we were in a bit of a rush to get all our 88 days in, so we could get a second year visa. So we were working like crazy hours and 6 days a week. So I wasn't really in the best of shape on a Saturday to play, but no excuse. But I should have done better. Especially in the 2 day stuff. But like I say, it's a great experience, mate. And I would love to go back out there again and play. Yeah. I'd love to. Who knows?
Have people knocking on the door after seeing your stats this year?
Mate, it went well. Just too many 40s from, you actually need to think about it. It's when you're in, you need to make it count. Yeah.
I'd kill to get 40 every week.
Well, when you're in nick though, mate, you have seasons where you're not in nick and then you get loads of bad luck at the same time and it's just a crap year, and then you get some years when you're in nick and you've got to make the most of it. Yeah. So maybe I think I got like four 40s in 5 games or something, and 2 of those should have been bigger scores.
Yeah.
So
I've only seen you only got to see you about once this year, and that was in the cup game where you got 90.
Oh yeah, against Rolleston, yeah.
Yeah. That was up there with one of the best innings. See, it just made it look effortless. Yeah. I've had 2 innings down at the ground in the last couple of years. Nick did it in the 2020 against Spondon last year. It was a very similar innings where it's just proper cricket shots, but it was just how hard you were hitting the ball that day. It was like you were seeing like a beach ball, and it was just.
It was a tricky situation, wasn't it? As well.
Yeah.
Like 30 for 5 or something crazy.
Yeah, it might have been less than that. It was looking like a quick day. Bad
day at the office. No, we to be honest, we probably should have won that game in the end. And then they had one lad who came in about 6, did he, and got 50, absolutely smashed it. He hit a filthy hard ball, and won on the game. I think we might have dropped him.
It was quite an ugly innings though, wasn't it? It was. I love seeing batsmen, like even in 2020s, where they still go out and play proper cricket shots, where you don't have to go out and slogging the ball. And I think what you did that day was just proper cricket shots.
Yeah, well, me personally, when I try and hit the ball hard, when I try and hit the ball for 6, like, and force it, it's no good. It's no good. I've got to try and time it still. My timing's there. It'll go all right, but.
Well, you got long levers, aren't you? So you're naturally going to hit the ball. Hit the ball hard, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just got to go for more timing rather than try and just smash living daylights out of it, and then usually it goes all right, mate. So. Yeah.
We'll go on to probably. I reckon this is going to be your favourite subject.
Yeah.
Cricket bats.
Yeah. Cricket bats.
What was your first cricket bat?
Oh, first cricket bat. What, like?
Well, your very first
proper.
started. Yeah, your first proper cricket
bat was probably what I can remember was went up to house that. So, and my granddad and my gran bought me a Kookaburra bubble. I don't know what year it was, but I just knew that I was so excited about that bat because it wasn't cheap either for them to buy me that at a young age. Crazy generous people as well. My god and granddad, crazy generous. And yeah, Kookaburra bubble, absolutely buzzing when I got that, and had that by my bed first few nights. Remember that, and awesome bat. I've still got it. It's in my mum and dad's garage. Obviously, every bat I use then gets passed down into the garage and used for garden cricket.
Yeah, it comes out. Yeah, that's the way into it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll do it, don't we? I think my mum and dad's garage have got loads and loads of old bats, and in the loft there's just tons of bats. So,
what's been your favourite bat?
This one I'm using now by a country mile.
It is Grey Nicks. The Grey Nicks, isn't it?
Grey Nicks Thylacine, which is Tasmanian tiger. So you can only buy it in Hobart. And yeah, I bought 2. I didn't buy 2. Meg's mum and dad bought me one when they came to visit, and then I bought another one because it was just awesome. And that was 2017, December 2017. So I've had 3 seasons out of it, and it's still going. But what I'll do,
I've had my Grey Nicks for.
Your Grey Nicks is lovely.
Yeah, 6 years now, and it's still absolutely perfect. They're just quality bats, aren't they?
They're good bats, mate. Yeah, they're good bats.
Do you take care of them at the end of the season? You get the
What I do, I will. So the one I've not used, the spare, I'll just give that a coat of linseed oil, and then you're meant to take the face off, but I won't bother. I'll just linseed oil the back, and then it'll come through. But then the one I've used this season, I'll send it off to Grey Nicks to get a full refurb, which is about 45-50 quid, and then it comes back like brand new. So,
but in the long run, like when it's a quality bat, you want to keep it going for as long as possible, don't you?
Yeah.
Grey Nicks do a really good job with their touch-ups, don't they?
Yeah, they're just like a new bat when they come back.
Yeah.
You don't recognise it.
There's a few of them they're on Twitter, and they show like some of the things when people send their bats in from like the 90s. They look orange and send it back. They look
I've
like
seen
brand
that.
new.
Yeah. The old I don't know what it's called now. Grey Nicks, really old with the big spot on the back, and like the indentation of it. I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, yeah, they refurbed that.
Oh, the Excalibur, was it?
No, I can't think what it was. Yeah, good bats, mate, Grey Nicks. But I'd recommend that to anyone. I think J Roby was interested in maybe getting one, and Shelley. But I said I was probably going to get one as well, a third one. But that's because I thought maybe this one I'm using now might be on its last leg. So what I'll do, I'll send it for refurb, see how it comes back, and if it's good, I won't bother with another one. Can't warrant having 3 of those.
I've had that other Grey Nicks in my bag for 2 years. I won one on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I've just never used it because I literally love my own bat. Like,
yeah.
This bat's like it's like the 5-star one, like the top of the range.
Top of range.
I just never used it. Just never ever used it.
Just because I love that.
Yeah, I've got my custom made one. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Mate, good bats. It's worth the money as well. It's worth the money. Used to buy like 60 quid bats from online stockists, BDM.
Yeah.
I bought like 3 of those, and they barely lasted. So definitely worth.
I spent like the ones that like 120 quid, 130 quid.
Yeah.
And they last you not even a season. And you're like, why am I spending all this money? I may as well go and buy 300 quid bat, 400 quid bat. And I know he's going to last.
Yeah, just the wood's better, isn't it? Quality of wood's just that much superior.
Right.
Bat badges.
So we'll move on to your 3 things that you'd want to change about cricket. Now, I can't imagine you could want to change that much about cricket because you love it so much.
Yeah. Well, one thing which does my nutting is losing and winning draws. Like, what are we at club level anyway? What are we doing
with that?
I know there was something going on about potentially changing it next year. For me, it has to be changed. You win or lose. Like that last game against Corndon, they blocked out for losing draw when really they could have gone for it off the last over. They need like 18 off the last over with 4 wickets in hand. Why not go for it?
Yeah.
You're not really going to lose. You wouldn't think you'd lose 4 wickets in the last, and you need 18, 19. Go for it.
Especially in a season like this year where there's nothing on it, you can't go up, you can't go down.
Yeah. What's the point in wasting time? If the team goes out there and gets 300, the last thing you want to do as a spectator, anyway, if someone comes down to Belper next year and someone do well to get 300 at Belper, but last thing they want to do is see a team just go out there and block the living daylights out of it for 46 overs. I don't want to be sat at watching that.
People, and I know like Paul had said something about it, like as a bowler you want to earn your wickets. There's going to be a lot of bowlers who get dirty wickets where teams are just chasing the run. But at the end of the day, it's I don't know about you, but if you're going to work on a Monday, you've played a game the weekend, like, did you win at the weekend? No, I drew. You're like, so you tied then? Like, no, like, we got more runs than them, and they didn't knock them off. Oh, so you won then? Like, no. You just can't explain it, and like, but it's not appealing to anybody to join cricket. Like, when you can't even physically explain the rules yourself. What?
Yeah. I just think maybe just have, I don't even know about batting points. I just think it should be 2 points for a win. If it's a tied game, you either have a point each or it goes to a super over, or you get no points. That's it.
There's the argument that if you don't get bowled out, you might get some bonus points out. You might get bonus points out for not being bowled out. But like, why should a team be punished for batting first, racking up a massive score, and winning by 100 runs?
but not winning.
When some old blokes blocked for 40 overs.
Yeah. That's anyway. That's definitely my number one hate.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'd
two from like a spectator's point of view, in Test cricket, is bad light stop play, like when there's floodlights.
Yeah.
Saw it this summer against the Windies, coming off all the time for bad light in the middle of summer, when there's floodlights on.
Yeah.
There's floodlights on that you play. You know, you don't come off a bad light ever, in my opinion. You play till whenever close of play is, when the floodlights on. They're the conditions, get on with it.
It shouldn't be happening in today's day and age.
That's shocking perspective.
The floodlights, like 10, 15 years ago, the floodlights were different. So the ball had shadows coming off it here, there, and everywhere.
Like Derbyshires. Yeah.
But now, a lot of the floodlights are like completely round, and they don't get that problem. It's not a major issue anymore because of the way the floodlights are.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like, and we're the only country that really suffers with it really badly.
Yeah. I'm
not
surprised.
And like, the big thing about playing in this country is like you get cloud cover, and it's a major advantage. Then you have to come off because of it half the time. Is it too dark? Like too cloudy?
Yeah, agree, mate. 100%. But it's a ball ache. It's frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they make it look worse on TV, like how dark it is. And I know they bowl at some pretty express speeds.
Yeah.
But we'd never come off bad light. Like, I've never played a game at 3 o'clock in the afternoon thinking it's too dark to be out.
No, exactly, mate. No.
Like,
I don't get it. I don't know. It must be health and safety from their point of view, but
they've got helmets on, haven't they?
If physically they can't do it from health and safety, then okay. If it gets below a certain reading, bring out the pink ball for the last hour.
Yeah.
Or bring a pink ball out for the last hour of play in every test match. I don't know. Just anything to keep it going.
Yeah.
And probably the last thing, mate, the third thing for me is this would be awesome if most, if not all, international grounds, or even one international ground within a country, has a roof.
Yeah.
Like the Etihad in Melbourne. Has that got a roof? Etihad? I'm sure it has.
I think so.
I'm sure it has, mate.
Is that the one they rebuilt? Is that the one they rebuilt?
No. Is it? Did they rebuild the Etihad? I'm not sure.
They rebuilt one of them, didn't they? Yeah. It would be, yeah. Yeah, they have, because one of the Big Bash games got played under the roof, didn't it?
Yeah. It's by the train station there. Yeah, definitely Etihad. So they've got a roof. So, you know, maybe if every country had a couple of those in their international stadiums, that'd be cool. And we're always going to get a game, or you know.
It should be the rule if you're hosting a World Cup final that you have to play under. Have the option of a roof.
Yeah.
So your World Cup final doesn't get rained on.
Yeah. And like Test cricket, I know it's different with conditions, but then if all international grounds had a roof and then the roof closed when it rained, then it would be the same, you know, throughout the world.
Yeah.
I know that would never happen. I know that will never happen, but it'd just be pretty cool if it did.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think they're doing in the Big Bash, don't they? I think there's a couple of games under the roof. Like, I mean, it doesn't really make that much difference to conditions, but
No.
Depending what sort of roof it is, like.
God knows.
Your glass roof, that's what it needs to be.
Yeah. That'd be my 3, mate. There you go.
Alright, so final question before we move on to all your questions on the fans. Cricketing hero.
Ben Stokes.
Is Ben Stokes?
Has to be now. Has to be. The guy's a freak.
Yeah,
guy's a god and he's a freak at the same time. Yeah, hands down.
Who was it when you were growing up?
Growing up, Right, so it was Freddie Flintoff was one of them, and before all the scandals and all the bad media about the guy, KP, used to be obsessed with that guy. Like, used to just, when he's on, it's like when Tiger Woods is playing, when he's on the TV watching, playing golf, you sit down and you watch it, you pay attention.
Yeah.
That's what it's like with Ben Stokes now. When he comes to the crease, you stop what you're doing and you watch the cricket. Because something magical could happen, something seriously good could happen whilst he's at the crease or whilst he's got the ball in his hand.
He's a put above into like. So I mean, even when he's not batting, like the catch he pulled off in the World Cup, the one handed on the boundary, that just lit the World Cup up, didn't it? It was it was been a couple of games and it was a bit boring up until that point. And then he took that catch. It was like, wow, he's so special. Like the catch at Trent Bridge off Broad, but it was basically behind him.
Yeah, the guy's just a freak. Yeah, that was a Gully. That one at Gully at Trent Bridge. Yeah, serious player. So definitely him, mate.
When he first came into the team, I didn't rate him.
Stokes
just didn't like him. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah. I was pretty similar, to be fair. I wasn't sure, but you're never sure with new guys, are you? When they're making their debut. Well, you know what they're capable of in the county game, but you never know what they're going to be like in international. But he's developed so well. He's like, the guy's just insane. Best player in the world for me.
I think that in Australia where there was double 100, I think something lit in him, and then he's just been a better player since then. I think
Cape Town innings was pretty class as well.
He's just got more consistent. Obviously, that's going to come with experience. But it's just he's not just doing it like once every so often now. He's doing it once or twice a series.
Yeah, he's delivering every series pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, the innings against Australia last year at Headingley, that was
outrageous.
There's no other player in the world who could have done that.
No. I don't think there is. I think that'll be one of the greatest innings of test match cricket, like, of all time. I think.
Oh yeah.
It'll go down as like of all time. Yeah, everyone talks about Botham, don't they? In
81.
82 was it, or
81?
But that is just ridiculous.
Everyone forget he was batting with a tail, wasn't he, for most of it.
Fair play to Leachy, though. Fair play to Leachy. The best one he'll ever have.
I say this to a lot of people. Like, I love cricket stats. Like, I could sit and look at cricket stats all day long.
Yeah.
But the one thing I say, like, with what's into the 13 the week, that stats can lie quite a bit, and it's performances what win your games. And like in like Dodge League, you get 30, if you get over 30, you get a mention. Yeah, one of the best innings this year for Meadows' first team was Louis' not out.
Yeah.
They got 13 balls for not out, and like it didn't boost his average, didn't get any more runs. And he looked at the scoreboard, they got not out. Yeah, it was a massive innings.
Yeah, I said that to him at the end of the game as well. I went up and had a chat with him, and just like that knock was just as important as Chollis's.
Yeah. Chollis couldn't have done what he done without Louis staying there with him.
No, 100%. It's so important. That's why even Louis, even any number 11 in any team needs to work on the batting. Yeah. Whether it just be having a solid. Well, you need to have a solid defence, and then the rest comes after that. So if you're number 11 in the third, seconds, ones, you need to make sure you have at least 10, 15 minutes.
Training. People obviously pick the bowling, but you've effectively got an all-round job as a bowler, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's not like a batsman who just turn up. Yeah, like you're just batting.
It won't bowl.
Yeah. But bowlers don't have to.
They have to bat. So any bowler who's just a bowler, like you say, they're going to need to bat. I know training is difficult sometimes because you're running out of time because the batters, do need to have the majority of the time. But if you don't get a chance to have a bat on a Tuesday night, come down in the week if you've got time and give yourself, come down with someone, have half an hour throws each. Like, it doesn't stop you.
Me and Charles go down every Saturday morning. Like,
there you go.
Coffee and a throwdown. That's what we do.
What you need to do, mate. What you need to do.
I feel so much better for it. Like when I've been going down for throwdowns.
Yeah.
I go out to the middle in the afternoon, and I just feel really good. Like,
yeah,
I feel like I'm in already.
Everyone's different as well. So some people might not like to have throws before a game in case they have bad throws, in case they're not hitting it well. Do you know what I mean?
Me and Chollers both our best performances this year. We've been awful in throwdowns. We've got them out of the system. We've got the bad ones out of the system.
Oh yeah, it's funny, isn't it, how it works?
When I got that 50 this year, I think I got bowled first ball on a throwdown.
Yeah.
Straight through me.
It's like golf, isn't it? You go on the range at golf and shank a few, fad a few on the range, and then you go out and you play half decent because you got the bad ones out of your system. So it's.
Yeah. When I used to go and play with my dad, we used to go on a Wednesday night, go to Molly and I get there about half an hour before him and go have like 15 balls in the driving range, and then get him out of my system and then go out and he goes, "Oh, you're playing well today." Like, yeah. Feel like I've been hitting him all day.
Mate. But everyone's different, bud. And like, with going back to looking at stats, like I used to look at stats all the time. I used to be obsessed with stats, and then I put too much. I thought it was putting too much pressure on myself because I used to think, I need to get so and so score to bump my average up to this.
Yeah.
And now, past few years, I've stopped looking at stats. Just completely good point. Some seasons
you just have to look at the end of the season. You play on average 20 games, like 22 games in a season.
Yeah.
You're like, how many games have I performed in? How many games do I feel like I've affected the game?
Yeah.
And this is what I was saying to some of the younger lads the other day. Is like Harry Calladine. He's had 2 match-winning performances this year, with the bat. And like, you're 15. Like, some people go 3 or 4 years without having a match-winning performance.
Yeah, that's mega. That's awesome.
Like, he scored 27 in one game. He doesn't go on any doesn't go on the internet or anything. I think, but it was just a really good innings and won the game for the second team. But
that's awesome at 15 as well. I know he's had a good year, hasn't he, this year, Harry?
Yeah, it's come on a lot.
Yeah. It's good. Again, just another example of the good junior system we've got. The good junior players coming through. It's healthy, mate. Tell you what, Meadows in the future, if we can keep the juniors interested, you get to sort of age at 16, 17 where some start to drop off, but good players like that, we need to make sure we keep them interested in cricket and keep them at the club and look after them.
I mean, the current under-15s, they've won everything growing up. Like, from quick cricket to now, like, every year it's either a league or a cup they've won. And I think, the start of the duty today, they've not lost in over 1,000 days of cricket now. It's like 13 straight wins.
That's ridiculous. That's awesome. That's
awesome. Everyone has a bad day, everyone has an off day, especially at junior cricket. Like, it can happen. Teams can get rolled for not many of you batsmen. Yeah, but they're just relentless. And that's what we built into them. But hopefully they're carrying on next year. Hopefully we're going to 17s or under 19s teams, so they will carry on playing and stay in cricket.
It's good, mate. It's really, really good.
There's very talented cricketers in there.
I'd like to, I'd be up for doing some. I used to do a lot of coaching at Corndon. I had a bit more time on my hands though in terms of work, a little bit more. It'd be nice to come down to a few training sessions or.
Yeah, I coach them. Like this year, we've just done fielding. That's all we've done all year. But having someone like him, like if you came down, having someone like you do batting stuff with him.
Yeah, even if I could come down to a couple of sessions next summer, just not overcommitting or anything, but come to a couple of sessions where all being well with work, and and have a look at some batting drills or work with some of the lads with some batting.
Yeah,
I just like to try and.
I think they'd appreciate that. Like first teamers coming down, working with them. They love it. Like what we started with them last year was being more professional and getting them thinking about cricket rather than just turning up and having a game of cricket. Actually getting them thinking about cricket.
Yeah.
And they've completely responded to it. Every single one of them. They're actually thinking about cricket now rather than just.
Good. You get to that age, don't you, where it's not, it's all about having fun and hitting the ball for 4, 6, whatever, taking wickets, But then it gets to an age where you need to actually try and get cricket smart and know your game, and then, and adapt to match conditions. So it's, you get to that age where you do need to,
especially when they're playing like the longer form of the game, when they're playing with the adults, where it goes from 20 overs to 40 overs.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a big increase, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Right.
Questionos.
Let's go for it then. Right, Nobby. Is there anything in life better than a squashie?
It's tough. Really tough question there. I tell you what, it's just as good as a squashie, a bubblegum squashie, as a Jack Daniels and Coke. Those two, pretty solid. That you give me a JD and Coke, and you give me a packet of bubblegum squashies, I'm a happy guy.
Is it standard JD your favourite, or is it like the firecracker one?
Standard JD in a short whiskey glass, fairly strong JD, and then bit of Coke in there, mate, with 3 ice cubes. Job's a good one.
Got to be 3 ice cubes.
Yeah.
Right. Coops has got a double question. What's your opinion on showering as a team?
Showering?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta have a shower. Yeah, you gotta have a shower, mate. Mate, you gotta have a shower after the game. You can't go home smelling.
Well, I mean, what you missed out on this year is the showers at Meadows, because they are incredible. They are so good.
There's a fair few of them as well. Fair few of them.
Yeah. I mean, the ones in the dressing room, they're still a bit low. I mean, they're perfect for me. But
yeah, I did notice they're a bit low.
Yeah, but it's the old women's dressing room. That's why they're so low.
Right.
The ones in the middle there, they are decent. They are decent showers.
What? So is in the middle? What? Where the umpires are? Then is that where the umpires are?
You know where you walk down the corridor.
Yeah.
And you can go to the away team dressing room.
Yeah.
There's a big shower cubicle there.
Yeah, there's loads.
13 showers in it, I think. Like big
That's
square.
Where the away team go as well, is it?
Yeah. We just wait for them to go and go in there.
Oh, right. We usually go in there. Okay, Sam. Yeah, mate, you've got to have a shower, mate. Yeah, you've got to have a shower.
We have one after training on Tuesday as well.
Oh, I'm not bothered about
that. Right, so what's your shower girl preference?
Get to the bar. Bother with having a shower after training.
You take a beer into the shower. They got a rack where you can put the beer on.
Oh, but really? Yeah. Do you actually do that after training?
Yeah, generally, yeah.
I don't think I'll be
on a Tuesday. It's me, Chollas, Chris, Coops, Nick when he was here. Tuesday was a good one.
I'll stick to Saturday showers, mate.
You've calmed down from the weekend.
Now, I've got some interesting stories from change room showers, which I'm not going to say on here, but they're a bit of a laugh. Not in a gay way at all. Not in a gay way at all.
We'll get them out of you. So what's your shower gel preference?
Shower what? Gel?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. One of the lads started bringing that mint stuff in, which was very tasty.
Burns, though, doesn't it?
Hey, it burns. It's a deep burn. But no, just go with Nivea, mate. Nivea. 3 in 1, I think. Nivea.
Have you tried the foams?
Foams?
Like the shower foams?
No.
Oh, you're missing out. They are good.
I'll tell you what you do enjoy is when someone's in the shower next to you, get the shower gel out, mate. When they're washing their hair, just keep, like you see on the keep going with it, mate.
I don't remember we did that too. It might have been Nick we did that too. You can understand what was going on. So, Joe Hurst asks, what's the worst umpiring decision you've had against you?
There's a few. Probably a few years back, got given out caught behind when I just completely missed the ball, and my bat was nowhere near my pad, nowhere near anything. It wasn't a noise, and I got given out caught behind. That was a few years back. That has to be up there. Got a pretty bad one this year. I think it was against Shipley. Young kid was bowling and yeah, hit me like on my grey nicks. So I like my grey nick sign on my trousers, and I'm 6'5". and
Yeah, it's not like hitting me on the trouser, is it?
No, mate. Honestly, I stood up next to the stumps, and the grey nick sign's above the top of the bails when I'm stood next to it. Never mind as I'm going further forward. So that was pretty bad, but that's nowhere near the worst decision. That's probably just completely missing the ball and the worst appeal you've ever seen, and then been given out. So that was pretty bad. I'll probably go with that one.
Right, we've got a few from Paul here.
Paulie?
Yeah.
Paulie?
Snog, marry or avoid? J. Rowe, Chollas and Shelley.
Oh, hold on. Snog, marry and avoid who?
J. Rowe, Chollas and Shelley.
Harsh. This can't be harsh. I don't think I'd snog J-Rowe because of that beard. Fear the beard. Do like the beard. Got a lot of time for it. It's good beard. But I think you've got to marry Shell. I think you've got to marry Shell because he's a great lad, isn't he? Great boy, Shelley. Like all of them are. But marry Shell. It shouldn't be this difficult, should it? I don't offend anyone. I tell you what, I'll offend Chol because I've known Chol longer, so I'll avoid Chol and snog J-Rowe.
Fair enough. Paul also asks, who is your favourite member of Belper Meadows?
Belper Meadows? What, the whole club?
Yeah.
Oh, that's freaking... mate. Paul doesn't count, does it? Just say Paul.
So, next question, also from Paul. What do you make of your sponsor?
He's a legend. He's a good lad. Good coach, good lad. Appreciate the sponsorship as well this year. Great guy, good company. He does a lot of work with the lads as well, doesn't he? So he's been there for a few years now. And it's not just being a good coach; it's being a sound guy and getting on with the guy as well. So, top boy, Paulie, top boy, and I do appreciate his support this year. And we're from 11 coaching boys.
Let you shout out.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, boy.
Right, Chollas asks, if you're quarantined at the ground with one other person, who would it be and why?
So this is going to be similar to sort of like your favourite Belper Meadows member, isn't it?
It just says other person.
just another person. I don't really mind. There's too many good people up there. It's harsh. Who would have a right laugh with up there? To be fair, Cho would be a bit of a laugh up there as well. For 2 weeks quarantine.
It says quarantine. So yeah, we'll go for the 14 days self-isolation.
2 weeks. God's sake, Chol with the difficult questions. Right, I'm just going to say, I tell you what, I'm going to say Pidge. That's actually, it's a pretty easy one for me, that.
You won't have to say anything for 2 weeks.
I tell you what, he might talk more. He might talk you to death for 2 weeks, bless him. But I tell you what, I'd have a great time with Pidge, man.
He's a top lad, isn't he?
He's what a great guy he is. What an absolute legend Pidge is. Pidge 2 weeks. Never get bored, mate. That's why. Never get bored.
Chollas also asks, what surprised you most about Meadows?
How great everyone is. Literally throughout the whole entire club. From the ones all the way down, people who come to watch, how friendly, the parents are, people like Lou's parents, Scott's parents, like literally everyone who's there, Gord, Jeff, girls up behind the bar, like literally everyone. Nobby, like everyone is just so friendly, and they've made me so welcome. And also my family, when they come down on a Saturday and watch, my grandparents, like the girls up there, they look after both my grandmothers, and the in-laws, they just get looked after, and they feel part of the club from day one. So that is what I was surprised most about Belper Meadows. Absolutely awesome people.
Okay. Chollas also asks, what's your favourite and worst game of the season?
Favourite game? Favourite game has to be Chollas. Oh no, yeah, has to be Chollas's whatever he got, and then Louis not out, that comeback. That has to be the favourite game, just because of the comeback we did. We were dead and buried. We were done. And that was, class not by Chol. So that was awesome to watch. So that would probably be favourite game. Worst game, probably losing to Squandon, to be fair.
Yeah.
Probably losing to Squandon. Especially when you score a few runs as well and your team doesn't win, it feels even worse.
Yeah.
So,
It was quite a close game in the end, wasn't it?
It was a really, really good game. Really, really good game. We got them 9 down. So we got them a few down early doors, chasing 175, which wasn't really enough because it was a good track and the outfield was pretty quick. So we should have got probably at least another 30 or 40 more. But you're in the game with 175 all the time, aren't you? But and we got a few early wickets, so we looked like we were in the driving seat, and then they had a good partnership and looked like they were cruising, and then we took some late wickets and probably should have won the game. But really, really good game of cricket. Yeah. Really good game of cricket, but frustrating that we didn't win.
Got the moral victory that day.
No, oh yeah, we definitely did. Definitely did. That was fun. I enjoyed it. It was good.
Callum Fisher asks, if you're captain next year, is there anything you would look to change immediately, or immediately look to change?
Captain next year. I don't know if I am going to be captain next year. Immediately change. I wouldn't immediately change anything. I'd have to, I've only been at the club 10 games, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'd have
11. 11. You played a cup game as well.
11. There you go. Badger. I wouldn't immediately change anything. I'd have to, do a bit more research on things and, get to know people more and players more from the twos and downwards, really. You need to know the club inside out before you make any drastic changes. But then you've got J-Ro and Chrissy Boy, haven't you, and who've been here for donkey's years, and Paulie. Probably not, mate. Probably not to start off with if I was skipper. But yeah, I would look at wanting to bring through youth anyway. That is the most important thing, is to bring youth through, give them some good experience and good exposure, manage them well, but then same time keep team morale up, because that team morale was absolutely awesome this year, and that's something we can't lose next year. Team morale, because it was so good, so good to be a part of this year. And if that stays the same for next year, and we can, win a few more matches and be a bit more competitive as well, bringing youth through, jobs are good. So maybe that's the answer to the question.
All right, final 3 questions, all from Shelley.
Shelley boy.
What does it feel like to score runs in your debut season?
It was nice. It was nice. It was nice, Shell. I'm not going to say anymore.
How many
Shelley's year's next year.
Yeah. In a proper season.
Yeah, proper season, warm-up year, Nothing was on this year, was it? So, and Shelley's class, so Shelley will score some runs.
Class, form of temporary class is permanent, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many bags of squashes can you get for £1?
3 for £1 here. 3 for £1. Get your squashies here.
And what is your favourite post-training snack?
What was that?
What's your favourite post-training snack?
Bubblegum squashies.
There ain't no
Every
part of
time.
that squashy party.
Get your bubblegum squashies here. 3 for £1.
Ask the question. What's your favourite cricket tea?
Cricket tea.
In what club? What club has the best cricket tea?
Tell you what, used to have Cornwall used to be awesome, but Lullington used to be epic at Lullington.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, a few people said Lullington. I've not played. It's about 17 years since I last played there. Probably longer than that, actually.
Really, 17 years. Don't know why you've been playing that long, Nudge.
I'm in the North Division. That's probably I've always been in the North sector. I've just never played it.
No, they did an epic tea. Lullington did an epic tea. So yeah, I'll go Lullington, mate. Go Lullington.
You ever played Staveley? I bet you've never played Staveley, have you?
Staveley Miners Welfare.
Yeah.
I played there once when they were. I think were they in the Prem or the Div 1?
Yeah.
Did they go in the Prem for 1 year? Staveley Miners Welfare, or was it Div 1?
Yeah, they would have been. Yeah, they had a really good team. Then they just imploded as a club. And
yeah, we played. Yeah, we played up there, and it felt like it was bloody miles away.
It is bloody miles away. That's why.
And it was not a nice day, and it's not the nicest of grounds, is it? So
on a hot day, it's really nice. It's a good pitch. It's a good wicket. It's always been a good wicket.
There you go. My knowledge is poor then. Yeah, they did good teas there at Stadium.
Yeah, they have like proper tea ladies, and they do beef dripping sandwiches. Incredible.
What are our teas like?
Good, really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's one of the reasons I joined Meadows, because I knew the teas were so good.
The teas.
My house used to back onto Alish's ground, so I could have easily gone and joined Alistry, and was like, nah. But I played one game for Alistry.
Runs Alistry though, Morgs. Yeah, runs Alistry.
Yeah, every time I played at Alistry, I've only played there twice.
Yeah.
About 70 and a 50. We went for tea. We had a tea there once, and I opened and there was a sandwich, and I was like, it doesn't look like bread and butter. I opened it up and it was just bread and butter. I thought they just forgot to put a filling in that. It wasn't. They just had a tray of bread and butter sandwiches. That was what it was. I'm like, well,
that's insulting.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I put some crisp in it. I had a crisp sandwich, which
I want my money back from the teas for that. That's embarrassing. That's shocking.
So yeah, I was never ever going to join them. Had you ever played at Meadows before joined us?
Once, when I was 7, played in an under-17s cup final at Meadows against Stainsby when we won. That was the only time I think I played there. What I can remember. My memory can be pretty shocking.
It's a beautiful ground, isn't it?
Mate, it is such a lovely, lovely ground. Nice that we're on top of that hill there and the view of the valley. Long ground. Didn't expect I knew the boundaries were big, so coming from a batter's point of view, when I joined, I knew, okay, a 40 at Meadows might be a 60 at Quarndon.
Yeah.
So I knew that was going to be with the long boundaries.
You have to be fit, don't you?
Yeah. Like Quarndon's wickets as well. Quarndon's tracks, like Steve Hollis, he's awesome. He's such a good groundsman, and his tracks are probably the best in the county. So I knew I was coming wherever I'd go from Quarndon. I knew the wickets probably weren't going to be as good as what I was playing on. But yeah, definitely the boundaries I knew were bigger, and the outfield was pretty slow this year, wasn't it? But I think that was probably because of the floods we had and the moss.
Yeah, there's a lot of moss on the wicket.
So it's going to slow it down, isn't it? But yeah, mate, what an awesome ground, beautiful ground, cracking people. Just happy to be a part of it, mate. Really.
Yeah. Targets for next year?
Say again.
What are your targets for next year?
Targets for next year.
You set yourself targets. Like runs you want to get.
Yeah, well, I try and get 500 runs and go from there for a season, and then set that as your goal, and then work from there. Hopefully, I always hopefully try and get more than that, but it's a lot of times you might not. An average, if you're averaging above 30, 35 at club cricket, it's pretty decent effort, really. But yeah, you'd always like to average more than 40. So so next year, try and go 500 plus, and then average 35 plus, 40 plus. See what happens. Not going to put loads of pressure. I'm just trying rock up on a game and play each ball. Don't think about the stats too much. You've got to have goals, but you could have I probably have pre-season goals, and then I just take each ball as it comes. This year as well, we've been working every Saturday morning and turning up to games 15 minutes before, 20 minutes before the first ball. It's not ideal, but then in a lot of ways, it just makes me think, all right, straight in, concentrate on the first ball, go from there. And then as a team, I want us to be top 4. I think we've got enough talent there. Exciting if we're getting overseas for next year. Try and aim for top 4, because we've got some really good players amongst ones and twos from what I've seen, and everything being filtered through the club, like I said earlier. We could really push. But we need to be consistent. One thing, I know it's hard. We've only played 10 league games. We've got to be consistent in line and length, and be more consistent with the bat as well. So all round, just consistency, and you'll be up there. Pretty
perfect. Right, it's been excellent chatting.
Cheers, boy.
You enjoyed that?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I tell you what. I've got 1% on my laptop, so if I do get cut off, I apologise.
Right, I'm going to stop the recording then before you.
Yeah, mate.
Well,
yeah,
it's
mate.
been great
Just
chatting.
that, buddy.